All right, I have a goofy one for you today. Oh yeah, Persistent Petitioners. This is actually a Pauper deck that 5-0 to League. It's got 11 copies of Persistent Petitioners. So what this card is 2 mana, 1/3, 1 tap, target player mills a card. Okay, but the real money is tap 4 Advisors, target player mills 12 cards, and this deck has 11 Petitioners, 4 Glistener Seer, Advisor, 4 Bellowing Crier, Advisor, 4 Sibsig Appraiser, more like Sibsig Advisor, 4 Pawn Prophet, also an advisor, and of course the Masked Vandals are advisors. It's got Knot of the Bones and Deep Analysis, so it can mill itself, and eventually you get up a bunch of petitioners and you mill them out. This is just too wild. Let's see how this does. Okay, we're on the play game 1 here, and yeah, this looks fine. We've got turn 2, probably just Pawn Prophet here. It's not like I need to get the petitioners out ASAP, especially since it just says tap 4 advisors, so it's not even an ability that you need is affected by summoning sickness. You can just do it right away. All right, Simic Growth Chamber would be a nice pickup here. Let's go Glistener Seer, and then pass the turn. I don't even think attacking does a whole lot for me. So we'll see what they do. Nihil Spellbomb. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to upkeep. Do this. Oh, I'm going to discard Deep Analysis. And then I think I'm going to Deep Analysis myself here. Play a land. Pass the turn. Actually, probably should have scryed 1 before the Deep Analysis to make sure I got a land. And we're going to kind of petitioner them out somewhat quickly here. We'll see what they've got. They need to start clocking. Aggro Wellspring, that is not much of a clock. Okay, another Thought Cast. Drawing all the cards over here. Oh, Mirror Enforcer, that's pretty good. That's the card they need. Hopefully they don't have another one here. Okay, does not look like it. Take it. Scry 1, bottom. Scry 1, top. Just any land I think is fine. So play this, Surveil 1. Graveyard the Ent, I think. Play Petitioners. Play Pawn Prophet. And then pass the turn. And now I'm going to chump the Mirror Enforcer, take 2, and mill them for 12. You only have to mill them like 4 times, maybe 3 if they draw enough cards here. Yeah, they're drawing lots of cards. So I think 3 times, and I'm going to get 1 activation here already, so looks pretty good. I think I do just chump though, and mill you for 12, because I think I might as well use the Glistener Seer. You can mill yourself with this deck as well to hit Deep Analysis and Knot of the Bone. But here, I don't think I need to do that, especially against a Nihil Spellbomb. But even without the Spellbomb, we're going to try to mill them out here as quickly as possible. A lot of cards in hand. Okay, they killed my Petitioner. Oh, no. Anyway. And played another Refurbished Familiar, discard an Appraiser. Sure, Scry. Put that on the bottom because of that Spellbomb land. Now I guess I will play the Appraiser. Might as well pick up a Forest. I don't think I want Simic Growth Chamber. Play a Petitioner, pass the turn, and gonna get milled for 24 cards over the next 2 turns here. With more Petitioners in hand. Okay, they could get back Clan Shaman, so I guess I've got to wait to... I don't want to mill them mid-combat. Though I guess this costs 4 to get back, so... they don't have enough mana to play it this turn anyways. Maybe I actually do just make the same play. Block. Mill you. 12. I mean, they did hit Clan Shaman, but I'm just going to scry 1. Sure, I'll put this on top. 15 cards in their deck. So I can build them for 12. I can build them for 13 here. So maybe I just do that. Let's just play the Pawn Prophet first. Draw. Oh, Masked Vandal. I'm close to being able to double Petitioners this turn. The problem is any additional creature I play ends up getting hit by the Cart Clan Shaman. They have 15 cards. I can mill them for 13 and 2 cards. They draw down to 1 card. And they nug all these things, but I'm not going to be able to I don't think it actually works, so let's play this. They can't really Nile, I think actually they could Nile Spellbomb here. Let's hit Mirror Enforcer, and they can Nile Spellbomb if they wanted. They I think maybe should have. Pass the turn. I don't think I need to play that Petitioner here. Pass. Okay, I mean, this is going to be a close one. They're going to get to use the Blood Fountain here to get back Cart Clan Shaman and Mirror Enforcer. 14 cards. I could lose to a Galvanic Blast here as well. Mirror. Wellspring. Oh, they're playing a Wellspring? That just killed them. Okay. That's kind of odd, but go nuts, I guess. We take those. Because now I can just mill them for 13 right now. Okay, so they're going to sack. Do they not? I guess. It's kind of strange, but we take those, like I said. Mill you for 12. Mill you for 1. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Just played some Petitioners and milled them out. This deck doesn't have a lot of sideboard against Affinity. I could put an Aerial Volley, deals 3 damage, divided on creatures with flying, because they'll try to get multiple of the familiars out. And the Cart Clan Shaman is kind of annoying, but honestly, I don't think I even change a whole lot here. I think we're good to go. Okay, I'm on the draw here. I mean, Masked Vandal is actually a really good card, so I think I'll keep this. And Refurbished Familiar, having flashback cards to discard is pretty nice. Drawing a second Gnaw to the Bone there is pretty weak, though. Okay, would be really nice to draw like a Bellowing Crier or something here. Let's do it. Third land is actually okay, because then I can play Sig Appraiser and kind of go from there. Okay, nice. Let's discard Deep Analysis. Okay, Thoughtcast is pretty good. A third Knot of the Bone? Ooh, come on. It's gross. Put Petitioners in my hand, discard another Deep Analysis. I mean, at some point, I do want a creature in my graveyard to make this Masked Vandal work, but I think keeping Petitioner was good. All right, take a little damage here. Okay, there's the Pond Prophet. Let's still go Deep Analysis here. Oh, I'm getting Pyroblasted? Oh, what a beating. Okay, I guess I'll hit for 2. Man, that also stops my entire turn. I'm losing this game bad. So, I mean, drawing 3 copies of Gnaw to the Bone does not help. They have a million cards in their hand. That's what the Affinity deck does. It draws a lot of cards. Okay, Blood Fountain it is. Okay, let's go Pond Prophet. Oops. Take this for green. Draw a card. And Bellowing Crier is nice because I can cycle through this Gnaw to the Bone. And I'm not even going to bother attacking. I just don't think this deck's going to win off combat damage very often. Maybe it's worth attacking there because I don't think they like play any haste creatures or anything. It is nice that they churn through their deck too. It actually helps the Petitioner's plan. Mere Enforcer. It is but a mere Enforcer. All right. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, let's go Persistent Petitioners. And 6. All right, let's mill myself for 12 here. Because I need to get these Knot of the Bones going. Play Masked Vandal. And target the Refurbished Familiar, exiling a Pond Prophet. And now I've got a blocker for the Mirror Enforcer. Obviously there's ways I just lose here, but involving Galvanic Blast. It would take either double Galvanic Blast or Galvanic Blast plus a removal spell, or a Court Clan Shaman would be pretty annoying. All right, well, there's one Galvanic Blast, so yeah, you might be able to just get me here. Discard a Gnaw. I mean, if they're playing Refurbished Familiar, it's not killing me. Because next turn, I'm going to cast Knot of the Bone for gain 18 life, maybe more. They give it Death Touch and Lifelink, and they're cracking the clue, looking for... Yeah, that'll do it. All right, well, that was unfortunate. That was... That Pyroblast on the Deep Analysis was pretty good. Blue Blast might be good, because Blue Blast also stops Court Clan Shaman and Pyroblast. Those are both cards that I think are pretty annoying. So let's put those in. You could also set out a Petitioner, I guess. I'll set out one Glistening Seer and one Petitioners. Sure. Let's do it. Okay. I would like to play first. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I guess I keep this hand. This deck is definitely better than it looks. It would have been nice to pull that one off. I feel like if we were like a little bit less awkward of draws, we might have been okay. We were a turn away from kind of stabilizing. Nile Spellbomb is a really annoying card for this deck. I'm going to discard a Knot of the Bone, or put back a Knot of the Bone on this mulligan, because if I Petitioner myself, Knot of the Bone's good already, and I'll mill another one probably, so I don't think I need to have just 2 in my hand here. It doesn't really help advance my game plan at all. Okay. Keep back Gnaw. Play Conduit Pylon. Yeah, I'll actually keep that. So on the one hand, I do want a 4th land for Deep Analysis, or like a Bellowing Crier to get in my graveyard, but if I just play Petitioner on 2 and then play Petitioner on 3 and mill for 1, that's not a terrible start. And they're going to want to kill the Persistent Petitioners anyway, so seems reasonable to do this. Ooh. Gives a creature Death Touch. Kill my thing. Okay, that's fine. All right. Let's see if I can draw a 4th land or something. Ichor Wellspring into a tap land. Land. Yeah. We're just gonna be too slow here, I feel like. If I cast Deep Analysis last turn, that'd be something, but yeah, this is bad now. I mean, the good thing is it does kill their Court Clan Shaman. I'm going to mill myself for 1 here. Probably mill a land. No, Bellowing Crier would have also been great. Might have even been better than the land because I discarded Deep Analysis. The good thing is that the Shaman does kill itself, so that's not the end of the world. All right, draw a land. All right, the 1-tap land. Oh, no, there's 4 Simic Growth Chambers, but those would have actually been good. So let's see. I can gain 8 life here end of turn. You know, that might be fine. I don't have any self-milling coming up. Oh, no, I can't gain 8 life. I got enough mana for that. In that case, let's discard a Deep Analysis here. Equip their bow if they want. For being a blue-green low-curve deck, I've had some really inefficient turns these last couple games here. I guess I'll Forest Cycle, Generous Ent, and Hardcast, Deep Analysis. Past turn. Next turn, I mean, I could cast Ent again. Okay, they're just playing the Court Clan Shaman. Interesting. Okay, take some damage. Deep analysis. Yep, pyroblast. Deep analysis. Land and pond profit. Woohoo! Play that off green. Very nice. I don't have any forest left, so I'm just going to be hard casting these Ents. All right. I can do that. And they can attack for 4 here. Guess I'll take it. So now let's go Blue Blast. Destroy the Cart Clan Shaman. Okay. Play Pond Prophet. And draw a card. And I guess pass the turn here, and I'll double block the Shaman if it attacks. And then end of turn, I'm going to cast Knot of the Bone to gain 10 life. Oh, it's just going to... Oh, on their turn it has Death Touch. That's clever. All right. Well, let's just cast this now. I guess I actually should have cast it before, so I don't get double Galvanic Blasted. Okay, well, I did not. I got 18. Okay, well, it's generous Ent time, I guess. And they can kill it with Cart Clan Shaman, but it's going to cost them, the Shaman. They have millions of draw twos. All their deck is like 15 draw twos, it feels like. Yep. There goes Mirror Enforcer. So they're not using Cart Clan Shaman then. I take it. Hunter's Blowgun. They're going to attack in the air for 3. Yeah, that I can accept. Because it's got Death Touch, so I don't really want to block. And then move back to the Cart Clan Shaman. Let's go Sibsig Appraiser. More Pyroblasts, huh? Fair. They want to Pyroblast me, I guess go ahead. Oh, I definitely take Blue Blast here. And I think pass the turn. We'll see what they're up to. They can sack an artifact to kill my Sibsig Appraiser. I'm okay with that too, though. Cart Clan Shaman is pretty annoying in this matchup, I will say that. Refurbished Familiar. Let's discard Knot of the Bone. I've got another one. Equip the Mirror. And I guess this time I will just block. Because this saves a lot of damage. And I'm going to flashback Knot of the Bone end of turn, so I'm going to gain 20 life end of turn. What is this for? Oh, they're blood fountaining back Cart Clan Shaman and Mirror Enforcer. Okay. I think I'm going to lose this game. But we'll see. The Cart Clan Shaman stuff is really, really annoying. All right, play another Ent, I guess. What would be nice if I can pull off is maybe I try to line it up. Yeah, let's block. So that I can get rid of a Cart Clan Shaman and then mill them for 12 in like one fell swoop. Something along those lines. Let's go Petitioner. Petitioner. Okay. Pass the turn. They've got to use the Shaman to kill the 2 Petitioners if they want to do that. I'm going to take it. I don't need to block the Shaman here. Let's go 29. Okay. Those go away. Play another one. I don't need to do anything right now. And I'm going to sack a food end of turn. Okay, so I need to draw more of the cantrip wizard or advisors. Yeah, like Sig Appraiser is perfect. Or deep analysis, or hopefully both. Oh, yeah, there we go. And deep analysis. Oh, I don't mind them red blasting deep analysis. I think that works out just fine. And if they want to sack an artifact to kill this Sig Appraiser, they certainly can. They probably should. Okay, I'll take it. So I take it, go to 23. All right. So, you know, I'm going to start by just casting Blue Blast on this thing. See if they have another Red Blast. They didn't appear so. All right. Sig Appraiser. Okay, I'll take a Masked Vandal. And I'll play a Masked Vandal here. And I'm going to kill the Hunter's Blowgun. Exile Pawn Profit. And then I don't think I want to play my land in case they play another Refurbished Familiar. It would be pretty bad if I had to discard a Persistent Petitioners, I feel like. All right, well, without the Blowgun, it's less good. I mean, they still get to kill my 2 creatures, but they lose the Cart Clan Shaman, which is mostly what I care about. Okay, Bellowing Crier, all right, I'll take that. Draw and discard, and then I'll play a Petitioners, just one. Pass the turn. Eventually I'll get 4 nerd. It almost feels like if I just mill once, I might be in pretty good shape, but it's kind of nice that they're not really doing a good job killing me. Just because all these Knot of the Bones. Yeah, they hit. And once they hit a card draw spell, it chains into other card draw spells, so they do get to kind of go hard here. And they map, drawing a Mistfall Bridge, play a Mirror Enforcer. No. Oh, okay. Thought that was a Cart Clan Shaman. That's still kind of annoying, but Cart Clan Shaman would be way more annoying. They've gone through 3 Shamans, but they still have Blood Fountains, of course. Petitioner. Counterspell? Another Red Blast, huh? All right. Petitioner. Land. Go. Oh, Galvanic Blast, I see. Well, I'm going to get to Knot of the Bone for about 1,000. Here, I'll just do this now. 17 creatures in my graveyard. All right. I go to 52. Into another Cart Clan Shaman. I mean, I've used 3 deep analysis. Is that right? I think that is correct. All right. And 2 Gnaws. I have 1 Gnaw in my deck, 1 in my graveyard. I have 13 cards left. It's really not going to take much in the way of milling to get this done, but let's just wait on that because I don't really want to just discard. All right, let's Knot of the Bone. I think it's worth just casting now. Well, before they have a counterspell or a Nile Spellbomb. It's not going to get that much better. Oh, well, that's annoying. The 4th familiar, huh? I mean, they're done 12 cards. It's not that surprising. All right, I take 10. I draw. Okay. Wow, if I had drawn Simic Growth Chamber last turn, I would have had a land in hand. They would have made me discard it. Then I would have drawn the Bellowing Crier. Way better. Way better. Let's take 12. Okay, play Pylons. Guess I'll put Masked Vandal on top because it can kill the Mirror Enforcer. I still have 1 Generous Ent left in my deck as well. This is a funny game. Masked Vandal. Exile Bellowing Crier. I need like a big raise dead or something. All right, take 8. Draw. Yeah. I don't need that much more. You know, another Gnaw of the Bone might come close to doing it is the funny part. Take 8. Draw. Oh. Generous Int. That's actually a banger. There's a chance just Generous Int gives me a pretty good amount of stabilizing here. Okay, I'm going to pick off one of these because that way I can't get Galvanic Blasted. Take 10. Gain 3 life here. Any Gnaw of the Bones? Oh, Pond Prophet. There we go. That's a start. If I draw Pond Prophet into another cantrip creature into Petitioners, that would be money. All right, let's go this. Return the Conduit Pylons past the turn. Blood Fountain, no. Oh, that gets back the Cart Clan Shaman. Oh, after all that work. God. Painful. You should probably tap black mana for it. Okay. There's a chance another Gnaw of the Bone still kind of does the trick, but I guess we'll have to see. They did all that to kill one Pawn Prophet? Okay, now I'm curious. What is the other card they got back? Oh, they got Mirror Enforcer as well. Okay. Block a flyer. I think I'll just chump the Enforcer here. So I guess this can get Galvanic Blasted now. Yeah. Draw. Conduit Pylons. Graveyard. And Red Blast. And all right. Let's pass the turn. I don't think I realistically have outs now, though. You know, if I could draw Sibsig Appraiser and chain off so I can Manic Vandal block, I mean, that actually takes me to 1. And then if I draw Knot of the Bone, I'll gain like 100 life. Because I have 3 Gnaws exiled. No, man. Let's do it. Island. They had 4 cards in their deck. I think I would have won if I drew Gnaw. Pawn Prophet into Deep Analysis into Petitioners, and I couldn't even flash back the Deep Analysis. Where's my last Knot of the Bone? All right. That was a fun round 1. Let's get to round 2. All right. I would like to play first. Ooh, this hand is good. Simic Growth Chamber is actually really nice in this deck. I haven't really drawn it in any of the early games where it would be really powerful, but I like it well enough here. Turn 1, Forest. Turn 2, Growth Chamber. It's not like the fastest start. If this was an island, it'd be a lot nicer because I get to play the Glistener Seers, but I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. Opponent's on 6. Colony Garden. Okay. Oh, that's even better because now I can go Island, Petitioner. Pass the turn, and next turn I can play either Petitioner or Glistener Seer. I might go Glistener Seer, mill myself for 1. Oh, the untapping deck. Okay. Oh, or I could play Pawn Prophet. That seems even better. Draw, Growth Chamber. Get back this past the turn. Okay. And what is this? 3 Presence of Gond or Careful Cultivation. Okay, infinite mana. Because they can tap this for double green and they can pay 2 and untap it to add a mana. So they're obviously up a mana either way. Or end of the day. So I just need to see a win condition. And we're done for. Writhing Chrysalis, okay. Oh, and that's all their spells. They have infinite mana and there's no more spells they can cast? And they're attacking me? Okay. Interesting, because now what I can do is go... I want to Masked Vandals. I guess I'm going to mill myself for one, hope to hit a creature. Nice, because now I can go Masked Vandal, target the Pilipala. Exile Petitioner, Island, Glistener Seer. Pass the turn. Pauper is a wild place. Let's see here. Okay, and then they cast Eviscerator's Insight. Everyone's on these draw two. Sack their Wellspring to draw 2 cards. Black Dragon Gate. So they've got another Ichor Wellspring. Yeah, I'm not actually dead. In fact, I've got the ability, let's see, this is 5 mana. So I think I'll play Appraiser here. And attack with the Chrysalis, huh? Interesting. Ooh. Take Island, bin Gnaw to the Bone, play another Petitioners. Pass the turn, and I've got mill 12 on the docket, so I might be able to get them pretty quickly here. Vault of Whispers, cast another draw 2. Everyone loves the draw 2s. It's okay, I'm just playing into my plan. Petitionering it up. They are nothing if not persistent. Okay, Chrysalis is growing as well as they play another draw 2. All right. So I need currently 3 mills gets them like to 1 card in deck with the Petitioner, but mostly I think 2 mills will almost do it. They spent their turn drawing 5 cards against my mill setup. I actually am going to get to double mill them on my turn, so they're just dead. They're straight up done right now. I mean, they don't know this, but I'm not even going to bother scrying. No need. Nug you for 12. Yeah, this is the Jundish nonsense. Land. Mill you for 12. Advisor. Oh, Engine Rat, that's the way you kill. They can kill me. Each opponent loses 2 life. They can do it infinite. Advisor. I'll advise you to go to the next game. Boom. All right. We are once more up a game, unless they have something. It does not look like they have anything. Bitter Reunion. Oh, to give it haste, so you can go off in 1 turn and then like Pulse of Marasa. Okay, cute, cute. Aerial Volley stops the combo. Blue Blast and Red Blast doesn't do anything. Unable to Scream. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could put in like 2 Aerial Volleys, take out 2 Knot of the Bones. It doesn't feel like they're going to be that aggressive here. Okay, on the draw, I think I go Island, Cycle Ent to play turn 2 Pawn Prophet or turn 2 Petitioners. Maybe I do turn 2 Petitioners because then turn 3 Pawn Prophet and I can activate the Petitioners. Yeah, either way, I think I lead on the Island because I don't need to scry here. Or Surveil. I mean, you can. I can go play Conduit Pylon, Cycle Ent before Surveil resolves, so you don't want to Surveil then land cycle. That obviously doesn't make sense. But keeping the door open to play Pawn Prophet is reasonable, though I guess I am going to play Petitioners. And waiting on Conduit Pylons is kind of nice. If I don't need a land, waiting to see a few more draw steps to see if I do want to try to find lands with it could be nice. The one black-green tap land is for Mind Extraction against like High Tide in the sideboard. Pretty nice little sideboard plan. You sack one of your blue creatures and they discard their whole hand. Island Petitioners. And they are going to Maybe kill it, maybe not. You kind of don't need to kill the petitioner in this spot, though obviously it soon becomes a problem. Yeah, so I'll just wait on the cycling, play a pawn prophet, draw a card. Oh. That was a reason not to play that first, I guess. All right. Draw 2. So I think I'm going to mill myself with the Persistent Petitioner. And the reason is if I get the mill 12s going, then the game ends very quickly, and milling them for like 1 to 2 or 3 is not usually that relevant. It could matter, but it doesn't usually do it. And milling a Deep Analysis or Knot of the Bone, or fueling my graveyard for Knot of the Bone, seems better in that spot. Like you usually want to point the mill 12 at them, though. I had the one game where I pointed at myself and it was good, even though I did lose that game. But mostly I think you're going to want to point the mill 1s at yourself and the mill 12s at them. I think is a reasonable rule of thumb if you were to pick up the Petitioner deck. Pretty cheap deck to make. Okay, so no Writhing Chrysalis here. They're just going to pass? All right. Mill myself. They discard the hand size. That's funny. Oh, here, let's go Sibzig Appraiser. See if I can start getting to enough petitioners. They might have like a sweeper of some kind. I guess we gotta watch out for that. I'll put Masked Vandal in my hand, and then I'll play Simic Growth Chamber. Bounce a Forest, pass the turn. Okay, well, they're gonna want to kill this petitioner here. I assume they're gonna cast some draw 2s end of turn. That does appear to be what's going on. They have another one? No, they're just using that landscape. Yeah, that wasn't the most efficient turn. And next turn I'll have 5 mana. Well, it'll depend. If I have all these creatures in play, I'm going to lead on a creature so I can try to get some mill 12s going. If they've killed some of my creatures here, yeah, -2/-2. That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't kill the petitioner, though. That is pretty sick. They killed 2 cantrip creatures. Sure. Into Pilipala. Okay, that I'm going to eat with the Masked Vandal. Not the most efficient turn here either, unfortunately. Masked Vandal, your Pilipala. Exiling a Pawn Prophet. And I think I'm just going to Masked Vandal again, because that way I can slow roll petitioners as I need to, and then I'll play Conduit Pylons. And I'll put that on top. Pass. Now I can just mill them with the petitioners. And this way I have a petitioners in hand if they cast some kind of sweeper, though 1/3s seem pretty resistant to their sweeper of choice. And if they don't kill these, the next turn I'll play Sibsig and petitioners. I mean, it feels like I kind of got this one under control. Okay, Malevolent Rumble. Tameo Safekeeping Bitter Reunion. Well, they can't take the safekeeping, so they'll take Bitter Reunion, though they did tap their mountain. So that's kind of funny. And you don't last long against mill 12s. Mill 12 is pretty good, especially since it's not always true, but a lot of the time, if I'm milling you for 12, means you couldn't kill my creatures. So why is that changing, instantly? Okay, that's a little bit concerning. Mill you for 1. Draw. So let's go Sibsig Appraiser. I'm looking for Aerial Volley here. I'll take Glistener Seer, though, I guess. Though I think I am going to deepen... Oh, I can't deepen Analysis. It's in my hand, duh. So in that case, let's go... I could play Petitioner. I could play Glistener Seer. Petitioner, and I guess hope I don't die here. Yeah, maybe playing the second Masked Vandal was greedy. They have a Pilipala out, so okay, that does not... If they had the enchantment Careful Cultivation, they would just put it on the Pilipala. So that might mean they don't have it yet. I'm discarding Eviscerator's Insight. Next turn, I'm going to mill them for 13, end of turn. Or the end of this turn, rather. And then I have 5. I'm not going to get to double Petitioner here next turn, because I'll have 6 at most, and it'll be kind of hard to get there. Tree of Tails, okay. Cast a draw 2. They're close to dying to a double mill here, but they could still go off this turn. If they drew the Careful Cultivation off of this Eviscerator's Insight, they still have the 3 mana left with the Eldrazi, so something to watch out for there. Mesmeric Fiend, no, that doesn't matter. My hand is, you can take whatever you want. It's all the same, kind of. Like, Glistener Seer is certainly the best card. I could mill myself, but they don't have it right now, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I am going to mill myself for 1, because I don't think it matters. Of course. I don't think it matters. When I'm taking chunks of 12, the 1 doesn't matter here. Okay, well, I did mill 3 Careful Cultivations, so I guess that is nice. Let's go Pond Prophet. Or hold on, let's tap better than that. I'm not going to need a lot of green here. Look for Masked Vandal, or this would be land number 6. If I hit I've hit it all. Wow. Not only are they just dead to the Petitioners here, because I drew Pawn Prophet into Masked Vandal, the Masked Vandal kills the Pilipala, so it's not like they can even combo me out next turn. Nice. We take those. All right, Petitioners. And I don't see any reshuffles here. Boom. 1-1. Let's go. All right. There's only so much petitioning I could do in one day. So I took a little break. I'm back. Let's see if we can get this one. All right. I'm going to keep, this hand has turn 1 Glistener Seer into turn 2 Persistent Petitioners with Deep Analysis to refill. Seems totally fine to me. Guess I might upkeep. Go ahead and do nothing. All right. So they killed that. I'll still play my Petitioners because I have nothing else to spend mana on. See how this goes. It looks like they're on the kill all my stuff plan. I actually don't mind that so much as long as they're not attacking me, because well, that makes it look a little less likely. Ren's Resolve. Oh, Sig Appraiser. Nice. Nice little draw. Oh, take a Knot of the Bone, bin a Knot of the Bone. This is going pretty good. So they're going to get to play a bunch of Percussionists here, but I can block. And they should just attack with everything, I think. Ooh, I can play Bellowing Crier and discard a Deep Analysis. Play land and pass the turn, and I'm going to mill myself with the Petitioners with the 1 mana ability. For all the reasons you normally would. All right, well, even them killing that is not that big of a deal. Yeah, milling a creature is nice. And I think with Naws and Deep Analysis, I'm just going to trade off a bunch of stuff. Well, I'm going to trade off that. I don't really want to trade for a 1/1 here. I think I'll just take 4. Then here I'm at 16. Let's go. I actually am going to Deep Analysis myself, which is funny because I'm playing against mono red, but all these Knot of the Bones, let's go. Let's eat one of those. Exile an Appraiser. Play Simic Growth Chamber. Bounce this Forest. Pass the turn. I feel like eating the land is pretty much irrelevant. Okay. Ren's Resolve hitting Goblin, Tomb Raider, and Rally at the Hornburg. All right, that's fine by me. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm just going to block here. Though maybe I block the Percussionist, but they'll probably have things to do with that. All right, so I'm at 11. Let's go Petitioners. Pylons, mill a creature? No, milling a land is fine, though. Pass the turn. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn. I don't need to cast Knot of the Bone yet because I don't think I'm going to die this turn. And certainly not in response to Knot of the Bone. And yeah, they might put more creatures in my graveyard. Tomb Raider, Rally at the Hornburg, and Send with everything. All right. I'm going to gain 10 life here. Yeah, this looks fine. Block Forlorn Epicure. Gnaw. And take some damage. Draw. That's a lot of Knot of the Bones. All right, let's cast Deep Analysis here. At 16, I can wait a little bit. Let's go Pond Prophet, draw land. And I do have one last forest left to get with Generous End, but I don't think I actually cycle it. The upside of cycling it is that it, it's a lot of burn. It gets me more Knot of the Bone life, but I'm going to have plenty of that, and casting Generous End sounds pretty good. You're going to Galvanic Discharge a Pond Prophet? No. I'll block. We're not on the Assemble 4 Advisors plan here. We're on the trade off a bunch of stuff and cast some Knot of the Bones. All right. No. No, man. No. Deep Analysis. This is great. This looks really annoying to play against. Bounce this Conduit Pylons past the turn. Sure, I'll take 4. I'll go to 22. And then I get attacked for 4 more down to 18. They might be able to set up something a little bit bigger, but it doesn't look like that so far. And next turn I'll have 4, 7, 8 mana. I probably should cast, oh, 9 mana actually. Maybe I go Ent Gnaw. That sounds pretty good. Let's go Pylons, Middle Land. Let's just flashback a Knot of the Bone just to make sure I don't randomly die. Cast Generous Ent. They have no cards in hand? Yeah. I don't really see how they're going to win this game. Neither do I. Okay, sideboard. Yeah, let's put some Blue Blasts in. Let's put some Unable to Screams in. I don't think I want Moment's Peace or any of these other things. What do I want to cut? I could cut 1 Deep Analysis. I don't want to cut too many because they're really good with Knot of the Bone. But I think cutting 1 and Bellowing Crier I think is my worst creature. Even Glistener Seer is better. Okay. Yeah, let's get in there. All right, what do we got? Ooh, this is a nice one. Turn 1 Island, Glistener Seer, or Unable to Scream. It looks like Unable to Scream. And then, well, turn 2, I was going to say Glistener Seer, Simic Growth Chamber, but maybe I'll turn 2 cast one of my random creatures here. Yeah, this is like kind of the perfect draw, right? Turn 1 Tomb Raider, turn 2 Tomb Raider Percussionist with the artifact land. Let's go Conduit Pylons. This Mill of Petitioners. Petitioners is really not doing that much for me. And then I'll play this Bellowing Crier. And I think discard Island. Maybe that was greedy, because I can play Petitioners next turn. That's a lot of Percussionists. I'm only taking 3, though, if they don't have a burn spell. Because I get to block the Tomb Raider. Take 3 down to 12. Next turn, Petitioners. Simic Growth Chamber, returning Conduit Pylons. The turn after that, Petitioners, Glistener Seer. Ren's Resolve into Mountain Epicure. Sure, that's not so bad. And they're going to attack. I'll block one of them. Doing that before attacks is like a little weird. All right, block 1. Ren's Resolve, that's pretty good. 4 mana. I could Pond Prophet. Yeah, let's go Pond Prophet. Draw. Unable to Scream isn't bad, but let's see what I want to do. Oh, I kind of like Sibsig Appraiser because I'm going to play Petitioners now. And then next turn I can go Appraiser plus something else. So they're going to Ren's Resolve here. What I want them to, I don't want them to hit burn spells. They hit more Ren's Resolves is pretty good for them, but burn spells is what I'm really worried about. These creatures are not as concerning because I'm going to clog up the board. I'm gonna go to 8 here. So I'm getting into range of Galvanic Blast. Oh, they bolted my Petitioners? That's great. Yeah, I'll block. Draw Appraiser. Let's go Sig Appraiser here. I wouldn't even mind finding a land. I'll take the Masked Vandal though, and then I'll Unable to Scream. Actually, instead of Unable to Scream, I can just play Glistener Seer. I think that kind of does the trick instead. It still blocks the Percussionist. They have 2 cards in hand now. I'm hoping they don't hit more Ren's Resolves, but they've used 3 of those already, so they are going to get a blood token, so they get to cycle a land here if they have one. Another Percussionist and Chain Lightning. All right. No cards in hand. Sure. I guess I take 1 here. I don't think I want to trade Sig for a Percussionist, especially since I have a Masked Vandal and Unable to Scream coming. Oh, and there's Knot of the Bone. Okay, that means I'm going to go Unable to Scream on a Percussionist, and then I'm just going to main phase Gnaw, go up to 18. That way there's just no way they can kill me this turn. And then I even get to use a Glistener Seer here. Knot of the Bone is so good. Goblin Bushwhacker. Oh, that's a dangerous one. That would have been really good if I hadn't drawn Knot of the Bone. Because I'm gonna take a couple damage here. What am I gonna do? Block there. I'm gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6. Trivial amount. Sure, I'll keep a Petitioners at this point in time. 12. So let's go Masked Vandal. Eat the Percussionist. Exile Appraiser. And play Petitioner. Pass the turn. And we're getting close to getting the check mark here because Knot of the Bone is just a really messed up card in this matchup. So I don't think that they're going to get it. All right. I think that's enough petitioning for me. This is a really funny deck. 2-1 here, losing to the Affinity deck and then getting some nice matches in. This is a weirdo for sure. Like this deck, I don't know if it's good or not. It has some really good stuff going for it. It probably has pretty polarized matchups where if Knot of the Bone is good, the deck is amazing. It's a really funny deck. I got to give credit to whoever it is who invented it. I don't know who invented it, but it's a very, very funny deck. So hope you enjoyed this 4 into Pauper. Pauper's a wild place, and I had a good time. I'm going to play more Pauper, play more Magic. I don't know. Magic's great. A lot of fun things to do. So I'll be back tomorrow with a draft. I appreciate you hanging out with me as I petition my opponents for some cards. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.